You are listening to Motivational Radio France with your host, Longy AGOHA in Paris. Hello, dear listeners. Welcome once again to our lovely weekly program called Motivational and Inspirational Hour, which comes to you live every Saturday from 7 to 8 p.m. GMT. In this week's program, we will be talking about what is the role of inspiration in our lives. According to the dictionary definition, inspiration is nothing but the stimulation or arousal of the mind, feelings. Alternatively, it is a special or unusual activity or creativity, the state or a quality of being so stimulated or aroused. When people are inspired or motivated to doing something, they do extraordinary things in their lives. But the inspiration is usually a feeling that must in most cases be triggered by an external force or phenomena. In most cases, children get their first inspiration through their parents, who are, by the way, their first teachers. Friends, mentors, pastors, or someone you know or have met. We all need someone or something to ginger us or push us to perform our best or do something beyond our usual limits. When someone is inspired to doing something, all obstacles tend to disappear, and like I always say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Some people see inspiration as an elusive phenomenon. I for one believe it is real, and if you are inspired, all hell will break loose and your capacity to achieve to new limits. Africa has been blessed with some famous leaders who have inspired a generation of people. Among them are Kwame Nkrumah in Ghana, who helped secure independence for his beloved country. Abedi Pele in football, who helped Ghana win the Nations Cup, and so many other illustrious sons and daughters of that great nation called Ghana today. Other notable Africans in that category are Tafawa Balewa in Nigeria, Nnamdi Azikiwe, and Awolowo. These men spearheaded and championed the end of British rule in Nigeria against all odds and helped Nigeria to become independent in 1960. There is no need telling our listeners that the President of the United States of America today, Mr. Obama, stands tall as one of the best things that has happened to black people in the US and around the world. He has single-handedly restored hope to millions of people who have lost hope. He has inspired many people and shown that it is possible if you believe in yourself and your capabilities. How can we remain inspired at all times? That's another big question. Inspiration comes from many sources, among which, like I said, a strong wish to contribute to humankind, to help one another without asking for anything in return. What are the advantages of being inspired, you may ask? Well, when you are inspired, you tend to accomplish very much in a short period of time. You do not procrastinate, that is, constantly pushing things forward. You do not wait to be told what to do. You lead by examples. You care for the welfare of the other people around you. You allow or enable others to do what they want to do or be. You take responsibility for your own life without waiting for anyone to do it for you. You have the courage to take action when it matters. Now, these are the advantages of being inspired. When one is inspired, you tend to have these advantages or these positive things in your life. Can you inspire yourself to accomplish great things? That's another big question. We can self-inspire if we are conscious of inspiration and have a reason to be. In the absence of inspiration from the outside, I can decide to motivate myself to doing something wonderful with my life, because you should never forget that if you can't do great things yourself, then try to do small things great. The journey to success is filled with difficulties, and only the truly motivated and inspired end up achieving their goals. But that is just the beginning of the battle. The remaining at the top after you must have achieved your goal is yet another part of the equation. For example, when I wanted to be a motivational speaker, lots of friends told me that I can't do that. It's not possible. That it's very difficult to survive in this profession. But I did not allow their negative beliefs affect my resolve to pursue my dreams. Though I got my inspiration from so many people, but above all, I inspired myself, and I knew the reason why I wanted to be a motivational speaker. The task for you today is to motivate others to pursue their dreams, no matter what people and obstacles are placed before you. What is the relationship between inspiration and motivation? Both are related, which means that we can be motivated and inspired from the same source and the same reason. We can be inspired by what we see or notice. We can be inspired by a speech of a famous leader or famous leaders. For example, Martin Luther King inspired many black Americans by his speech, "I Have a Dream." And up till today, that speech still inspires many young and old Americans. Other famous names are Muhammad Ali, the boxing legend, Mother Teresa, who helped the less privileged. Therefore, I would like to know, you listeners, how inspired are you today? Who has always been your source of inspiration? And if you do not have someone who inspires you, then what do you intend to do about it? These are some of the questions I would like us to focus. You are listening to Motivational Radio France with your host, Longy AGOHA in Paris.